Good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're calling from today. Welcome to Cranfield School of Management. Today is the fourth instalment of the Future of Everything Expert Series. Today we've got Professor David Denyer taking us through organisational resilience in the never normal, which I have to say so far is definitely the most exciting title that we've had today. So we're going to go through a few housekeeping guidance, because this is the first time we are using the amazing Grenville Turner studio today. The rules are the same though. Everyone's on mute because there are a lot of people dialing in today. However, we do encourage you to always submit your questions. We've got a team monitoring the chat. We've already received a number of questions. They are coming through to us in the studio, so please, please, please do interact with us. This is an interactive session and we are looking forward to answering your questions. The first half is going to be David sharing his insight into organisational resilience. The second half will be a Q&A. So Professor David Denyer is our Professor of Leadership and Organisational Change. Previously, he's been named HR Magazine's most influential UK thinker. He works with many organisations to build capabilities of leadership, resilience, high reliability and change. And on top of all of that, he's also our Commercial and Development Director at Cranfield School of Management. So I'm very impressed you've managed to make time for us today. Thank you so, so much.
No, great to be here.
My understanding is you're going to take us through essentially three parts. What is organisational resilience? Why does it go wrong?
Yep.
And the third part is how can we change that? So I'm going to start with a really obvious question. What is organisational resilience and how does that apply to organisations?
Okay, yeah, so great question to start with. So for me, organisational resilience is about how do we as organisations prepare for disruptive events? How do we respond to them? How might we learn from them? Just to give you an example of that, I was speaking just last week to a teacher who had just had an Ofsted inspection of their school. One of the questions that came up in that conversation was, how do you build resilience for the future? And the teacher, like, how do we answer that? It's really easy to say, what do we do when COVID hit us? And what were some of the things we responded to? But what have you put in place to make sure that you're more resilient for the future is a much more difficult question. I think a lot of people, probably those online at the moment, probably thinking, how do I even think about that? How do I make sure that I don't fall into some of the traps that we've had in the past? And what do I do practically on Monday morning to kind of make a difference around this? So that's what we're trying to cover, I think.